Today's episode is sponsored by Brit Stops. Brit Stops is a program in the UK where you can camp at over 1,100 wineries, farms, pubs, and just amazing small businesses across the country. We're relatively new to the whole camping in the UK thing, but so far it's off to an amazing start. Tonight we're camping at Halfpenny Winery. It's located just outside of Shropshire, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if you want to camp at places like this, whenever you do your road trip across the UK, you could sign up at britstops.com. I'm gonna pop a bottle just to complete this ad. That smells good, instant good smells. Sign up for Brit Stops today. Back to the video. If you're new here, we're Heath and Alyssa, and this is Eli and Ellie. We take family road trips all over the world and share them here on YouTube. In today's video, we'll be breaking down a program called Brit Stops, explaining what it is and how you can use it to find amazing campsite locations across the UK. We'll also take you on a tour of several Brit Stop locations, including our favorite one so far and a 600-year-old pub. That is, if we can successfully navigate English roads.
Shoot! Okay, stop, because they're... Here, take this.
Uh-oh. You want to pet him? Yeah. We made a friend last night after we checked in. We're at the Ginny Ring Craft Center this morning. I'm still not quite sure where the name comes from, but walking around their place last night, they said go explore. We have gardens, you know, kind of make yourself at home here. So we played cards in the grass last night. We got to see the donkey and the horses. It was a really pleasant evening. They open up in an hour and we're gonna grab some breakfast.
Good morning. Starting with the perfect place with a bunch of gluten-free pastries. There are so many little shops, and I don't know, there's like a restaurant, there's a cake shop over here where we're going right now because they make custom gluten-free cakes, so I'm gonna go get one. Very excited about this, and they have gluten-free stuff in the restaurant, so England is winning right now.
Wait, what did you say we bought? A carrot?
Carrots for the donkey.
You must hold your Danny out flat like that. Alright, try to give it them like that. Now nibble down and bite.
My bicep is flexing.
Is that
It's a zucchini, but it's a courgette.
That's a courgette, yes.
Ah.
Yeah, I got courgettes outside. All those are homegrown.
So Brit Stops is a membership much like Harvest Host in the States or France Passion in France. It's a way for you to camp for free at awesome businesses around the country, like pubs here in the UK, or this really beautiful craft center where we stayed last night. When you get a membership, you get a book like this. You can use their maps to find where there are Brit Stops along your planned route. The book has a sticker inside for you to affix to your windshield to let everyone know that you are a Brit Stops member and that it's cool that you are staying here overnight in this random parking lot. We're gonna stay at a lot. Oh, it's stuck on something.
Oh, there's other barrier
Oh,
things over there.
that's cool. So you can do it like halfway.
Yeah. There.
We're really good at RVing.
To visit as many Brit Stops as we could today, we dropped the kids off with my parents at a local safari park and hit the road.
Okay, we're gonna try to go to 6 more of these today. We'll see. This is the Bellman's Cross. It's a 19th century pub. It was sold at auction in 1919 for £675. I feel like that's really cheap to buy a pub. But should have French and English cuisine. I'm starving. Let's go eat. That was as fancy as it was delicious. I was not expecting like a fancy, beautifully plated meal at a Brit Stop. I thought it was be more like casual fish and chips, that sort of thing. It was really amazing. We're gonna keep hopping around. One down. Oh, hey, while we're sitting here, if you can, call the place where we're gonna stay tonight.
Okay.
Because we need to give advance notice. It says that in the book. Call ahead.
Cool.
en route to Roman Vineyard. Unfortunately, we are busy at the moment and can't get to the phone.
Hey, I was just calling to see if we might be able to stop over for the night. We're with Brit Stops, and here's my number, should be on your machine, but was just calling to leave a voicemail and make sure that that was okay. Thank you so much. I get so nervous when I leave voicemails and I like suddenly forget how to talk. I'm like,
But you're like, I need to leave my number, but also you don't know what your UK number is.
That's why it's like my number should be there for you on your fax machine that I called you on, and yes. Adios. Like, I don't know why, just every time I call, I'm like, what do I say? Never.
I like that you ended with adios. All right, you're gonna go out that way and then go that way.
I don't know which way to go out of here. So
I literally just said it to you.
Babe, I wasn't listening.
Oh my gosh, the oldest pub in Shropshire.
Sweet.
Which is the area we're in. Look at the view
Shut
out
right
there. They have a little playground. Oh, now I really miss the kids.
You were like, let's drop them off. Immediately walked in and just felt like locals hanging out with our old friends.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now. Oh, now. Put it there. So.
Okay.
Let's
Don't let it There's an artistry to
let it
this.
marinate. Go for it.
Should I just throw it all in at the same time?
No.
Just nibble.
Enjoy it.
I was just about to say.
It does add a lot of good flavor, doesn't it? Wow.
Just a little drizzle.
Just like Texas barbecue.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so, yeah, but yeah, okay.
Not really.
Alright, go ahead and get your video of it though, so I can eat it. We decided to try to split up courses at different places that we visited. So the 1406 pub, as I'm going to remember it, we decided to get dessert, and I think we nailed it. This looks amazing.
It's gonna melt soon.
Gotta eat it.
How is it?
Oh my god. Remember that chocolate bar that you said was the best dessert you've ever had?
Oh, you have to share with me then. We made great friends at this pub. We sat outside, ate dessert. We got all kinds of recommendations for what to see and what to do in the UK. And it was really nice. It kind of felt like we were just locals saying goodbye to friends at the end of that.
I like that they cheered.
They did cheer. Do I go left or straight?
I would go straight.
He asked where we were going. And he said, you're going to do the buttercross, right? And I said, we're going to Halfpenny. He's like, no, you're going to do the buttercross. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I guess we'll go do this. But it's, yeah, this is
their local history.
This is, yeah.
Our new friends who bought us crisps at the pub, they were telling us all about their town, their village, everything. And they told us to do this little loop road right here. It's a single track, it's called the Buttercross. And it's leading us to some Stonehenge style rock pillar from the plague.
So this is Shropshire history. And it's a nice one-way golf cart path that we're going to be driving on for the next few minutes.
This is totally wide enough for us to fit. And that's better than a lot of roads we've been on.
Yeah.
The countryside is just beautiful. That's a cemetery. That's not... Well, whatever it was they sent us down there to see.
We missed it.
We totally missed it somehow. We will head to the next place.
Look at this road.
Oh my gosh.
We had our self-driving tour guide of Shropshire, and now we're going to Halfpenny Winery and hopefully going to get there before they close, which is in about 20 minutes. So this will be maybe our final Brit Stops of the day. We did a little bit less than we thought, but the stops we've had so far have been amazing.
Driving is part of the adventure here.
Sometimes Google Maps takes you on routes that are 1 minute faster or slower, and you look down the route that they're taking you and it's literally just a single track walking path that they're trying to convince you is a road. So, but sometimes they're actually taking you on a legit road. So it's TBD on our route that Google currently has us on.
My instinct is always just to speed. Like let's get down this 1 mile road before someone has to pass us.
That's also why I'm driving, because I feel like that is not a good strategy when you're on like, you need to be able to stop. This is bad advice.
All right, you drive.
Dude, if somebody comes over here right now, I have no idea what we're gonna do. Are we going in the water?
Okay, we are. Just a little bit of water. I saw that sign too. I was like, oh God, what's about to happen? Shoot. Okay, stop, because they're... Here, take this.
Uh-oh.
That happened to your dad earlier.
Sounded like glass.
Yeah, well, they have glasses, so somehow it didn't break.
Oh, wow. We're just chilling in this river in our motorhome.
It's locked. Ah, stressful.
Dude, I like spun my wheels a little bit.
I felt that and heard that. Yeah, that's fun. I'm glad you're laughing.
You ain't laughing, you fart.
Gosh, this is so pretty. It did not give any like specific parking information,
okay, cool.
So we can just go ask people who look important.
Well, perfect timing. They were wrapping up, but we got a bottle of champagne. They had half bottles of red, so I got one of those. And then I just said, like, give me one of each of these good-looking chocolates. And I got
Truffles.
And then for Ellie, I got a unicorn. For Eli, I got a tractor. Chocolate.
Cute.
They're gonna love them.
Is this an okay spot for us to park?
She said we go down here past the car park.
Okay.
And there's a grassy area to park. So that's where we'll go.
Well, we made it to where we're staying tonight. We found the Halfpenny winery and vineyard that we're staying at right now. It is absolutely beautiful. And we got here 10 minutes before they closed. All the employees walked out of the shop with us.
Yeah, exactly at the same time. But they were all very nice and just basically told us go park down here at the bottom of the hill. It's a grassy area. Absolutely beautiful. One of the things I told Alyssa about just our experiences with Brit Stops today is we had a mission of going to several. And that's not really how we or other people should probably ever experience these types of locations. We wanted to see what it's like, but also it was like we were here on assignment to go take photos of all these locations. So we're trying to get to as many as possible.
We have a really awesome job. It involved eating a trillion tart, which was amazing.
Side note, if what we did today looks like fun and it looks like something that you would enjoy doing, Brit Stops is actively hiring for a job called Pint Chaser in the UK, where you can go around and literally just do what we did today. This has all been a massive advertisement for that role, basically.
Let's do it, guys.
Who wants to be a pint chaser? So the kids are on their way. We're going to make some spaghetti, set up outside, and eat a dinner with an amazing view. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit your face.
He meant it. He's been sassy all day.
Kid-free travel. It's so easy.
Oh man.
We're like going down stressful. We're like going down stressful roads and everything, and there's also not anyone screaming at the same time. I love our kids. But travel without kids is honestly a breeze. I mean, my parents, on the other hand, when they get here, I will pour them some champagne. My mom doesn't drink, but I'll give my dad some champagne. I feel like I'm pouring champagne like a mad person because you always tilt the glass, you know?
Mm-hmm. Our first one! Our first UK wine.
UK. Cheers.
Cheers. So we've been through 4 Brit Stops today, which is a lot, and I think every single one has been very different.
Last night we stayed at what was called a craft center, but it was basically an entire village with their own little shops.
This is like a little village too. There's so many shops over there.
We've got the whole vineyard to ourselves. Basically the check-in process was we told them that we were with Brit Stops, and they asked for our license plate number, which we had to figure out how to give them because we don't know what it is, and we had to look on pictures and go outside and stuff. But anyway.
So we needed our license plate, but they didn't ask for our little card thing. But I did bring in the book just in case to show that we really are Brit Stops members. Should we put this on our vehicle?
I think when sometimes people sign up for a program like this, they might think about, oh, maybe I'm doing this to save money, and maybe that is. But I've never found that actually saves us any money, because we end up spending a little bit more than we might have on a campsite, but it's because we buy
We spend the same amount, but we just spend it on food and wine and
chocolate
cider
tonight. Yeah.
and chocolate.
Which is something that we'd rather do. Like, we don't need the hookups tonight. Totally. We have a little bit of solar on this RV rental, which is cool. And we can just, rather spend, instead of spending on a camping fee, we could spend it on a little bit of champagne and meeting some cool business owners too.
Yeah, but we're not in France anymore, so we can't call this champagne.
It's Brut.
Because there are so many different types of businesses that are part of Brit Stops, in the book it will tell you if you are going to be too large of an RV to fit on different properties. But as we found out, if we show up when the parking lot is especially crowded, you might not find that there's room for yourself. We talked to one of the bar managers and he said, oh, if someone shows up early and there's not room, we just have them hop around until everyone closes for the night and then they have the parking lot to themselves. So even though we did show up at a few when the lots were completely full for Sunday lunch, we still could have stayed there for the night.
It's kind of an unwritten rule from my perspective that you do want to be a patron of the business. We always buy things whenever we stop at any Brit Stops.
It's just good manners.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And it's kind of why we're here. We're here to experience England and tomorrow Wales and drink their wine.
Yep.
And eat their food. That food today. Why don't I get started with dinner and you can continue to make eyes at the camera and talk about Feffy.
All right, that's a wrap.
But we're not in France anymore, so we can't call this champagne.
It's Brut.
It's a sparkling wine.
It's Brut. Brut.
Brut.